Hey guys, what's cracking? Godsman here, coming at you with, that's right, the final chapter of our custom card season. That's it. There's only a few left, boys. We're in the home stretch. There's been so many good cards that we went over, and some cards that might need a little work. But nevertheless, it was all like good fun. And of course, who else to finish off than the man who has been with us since the start of the journey, Assault Rider. How are we doing?
Hello, I am doing great, I think.
Heck yeah. So, of course, not really much of an introduction needed. If this is your first custom card video, then I would seriously recommend looking to the first one that came out. What has it been now, Assault Rider? Like 2, maybe 3 weeks?
I lost count.
Yeah, basically, go check out the first line. This is the 5th video and the final video this season. And let's just say it's blast, but not least. So let's go ahead and start with surprise, not prison floater, but let's actually start with Neil PB here, because we actually got the grade 1, the ride line that they made like a bit ago. If for those of you who were here for the 4th vid, the previous vid, they actually made an interesting ride line for a counterattack strategy. And now we see that there is a grade 1 here. So let's go ahead and read this one. What we got today is Hidden Blade Eleonora. So, of course, this is a part of a ride line, so this first effect is rather self-explanatory. It's wrote upon by the Lonely Blade Meta. Our card. Alright. It's wrote upon.
Oh, wow.
Second skill. Auto and rear. When an opponent's rear guard in the same column boosts, Soul Blast 2. Stand this unit and this gains power equal to the power of the boosted rear guard until battle. Unit may attack the boosted rear guard. And of course, it has a reminder text that this happens before you guard. So essentially, you don't need to guard. You have your offense is your defense. This is cool. This is totally in line with what the deck was trying to achieve.
I still cannot wrap my head around it, even though I suggested going through this.
It's honestly surprisingly realistic when you think about this from Battlefield Tactics. Rather than just like people throwing themselves as meat shields to stop oncoming attacks, they could always just attack the attacker. And this is what's being exemplified through this ride line. Like, that's kind of common sense, but no, common sense was never an option for me.
Honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest, this should have a discard cost. This kind of gimmick should have a discard cost at least.
I mean, he does have Soul Blast 2, and that's not like cheap.
That's not enough. That's not enough, man.
That's not
like just okay. Instead of Soul Blast 2, Soul Blast 1 and discard 1 at least. Like it just is okay because you're not minusing. Like the main concept of like Overdress design principle is that they like after a turn, like let's just say you have 10 cards in hand, right? After one opponent's turn, you might actually be left with 4 cards instead of 10 cards because you can build absolutely huge columns with just the most like simple stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like the fact that just Soul Blasting 2 like that, yeah, it like decreases your chances of using it often, but it just doesn't feel right. Because like one discard isn't going to change anything because you can trade it in for anything just as long as you discard.
I mean, yeah, but like the all it's doing, not like some super OP effect. It's taking out.
Oh shit! I didn't read it.
You didn't read what the effect did. Wonderful.
No, reading this card. Okay. All right. Let's just say that what I'm saying here applies to attacking regards instead of boosting regards. All right.
Okay.
Never mind. I didn't the first one. Wow. Me blind. Me cannot read. Me TCG player.
This is a great start to our final video. Fantastic. Very best. All right, moving on.
Alright, ignore me. I have lost all credibility.
You have lost all hope, but also you have lost all shame. Okay, so prison floater. He's got us some prison support actually. Is a pretty cool direction. You know, prison has been like somewhat popular and standard for a good while now. I don't think it's ever been not that popular, so it's cool to see it just get expanded on. It feels like a staple.
Really? Because they just got like really tech support in festival. Oh, sorry. In festival collections.
Less. Yeah, they did. Like they've never not been popular. Prison decks that has like a presence format. You know? So it's nice seeing, you know, just how they, because they it's weird how like Prism card design goes where, and this is funny how we're just referencing all this, but I do just want to say that the card design for prison support seems to just expand on the gimmick, just an appropriate way to take it, as you've already got your raw base element that makes the deck funky. Now you just add in a lot of ways to make it more varied, make it more versatile.
Broad base. Get it, broad base. Okay, no, that's not nice.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know, if you ask me, these are the only cops I'll let violate my rights.
Gekarunis. Okay, so Aurora Command Center Megaminus. Megaminus. We'll just go with Megaminus. So Megaminus is a set order that's grade 2. Of course for Brandgate, because what? Is Prison going to be using better orders? I think not. So the cost to activate this thing is a Counterblast 1. Auto. When this card is put into the order zone, draw a card, choose a card in your opponent's drop zone, and imprison in your prison. Woo! Continuous in the order zone. All of your grade 2 units with Aurora, specifically grade 2 unit, with Aurora in their card names get boost and can intercept from the back row. Then if one or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned in your prison, they 5k. Oh. Oh, that did a lot.
That's cool and all, but the draw effect shouldn't be there.
I feel like the draw effect, yeah, you know, if your draw effect is neat, but the fact that it imprisons a card from like the drop zone, then has like these nice like shield boost thing, that's already enough to make it worthwhile. I think the draw feels place like the draw is fine, but as a package, it's like, ooh, I don't know. Standard is always this weird like break even format, you know. So giving them a draw for not free, but giving them a draw with all this other stuff, oh boy.
No, yeah, that just rubs me wrong. Sorry, it's just, but like if you get rid of the draw effect, the rest of this is fine. It's really good.
It is interesting that you're using your grade 2 units as like beefy interceptors from the back row, because I'm not really that into a prison, but they don't generally seem to be able to spam out that many. Feels like a pretty, not something that's just out. Like if you're a Kaer, you could make more. No, this is Brandgate. All right.
Well, you can like, they're like your main superior call unit is suppressed lemur.
Oh, yep. That is the one. And then when you say the main superior call unit, it's like one of the only. We're talking about superior call. Yeah. That's more of an Orphis thing these days. All right. So Leash Lavender is our Aurora Battle Princess. Entered the core for win. So she's a grade 2, fully fitting. Oh. So Leash, what's up?
The name is so fitting.
Yeah, it's totally in line with the color theme, and Leash is pinky. So it's all the way there.
Okay, hold on. Before we move on, that imprison conditions should say 3 or more to get Shield 5000.
Oh yeah, because it just already fulfills its own condition. So yeah, three or more makes a lot of sense.
It feels so free. Like, well, why are you making this so free, my guy? Stop it.
Because he's tired of playing a format where everything is a break even and costs too much. He wants an unfair card for once in his goddamn life, and I can feel that, man. I like to have an unfair card here. Well, not Sigma Chat level. That thing was just, and also not the Blue Wings level. Those things were super nuts. So okay. Anyway, back to Leash Lavender. She's got a couple skills. The first one is the rear circle. During your turn, two or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned in your prison. This 5k power. All right. Auto for the back row rear circle. When your opponent's card imprisoned in your prison is placed on the rear circle, if your opponent has two or more cards in their hand, they must choose a card from their hand and imprison it in your prison. No, this is not once per turn.
Wow.
If it was once per turn, then maybe. But essentially what you do then is you put them into this crucible of endless demise, where every time they get something free from their prison, because they're imprisoning something from their hand, they are constantly refilling the condition of two or more cards in the two. Well, no, they don't even need more cards in prison, but it's like they have two more cards in hand. So every time they call something, they have to keep going until they have only one card in hand. What?
This is so silly. This is so silly. Like that thing should have a once per turn and a cost at best, because like that's so silly. All right, because like the main point of prison isn't to reduce your like opponent's units; it's to force your opponent to pay for their counterblast and soul pass. Like that's the main gimmick of prison. But this just feels so silly.
Yeah, like here's the thing. My boy is already here. He's more on the costs and whatnot, and I don't really know what cost to give it. Maybe just like a counterblast. The only thing I take umbrage is this is not a once per turn, and I come from Yu-Gi-Oh, so don't come to me with these infinite loopy doopy FTK mother effers and think I'm gonna be happy with it. It's just, but I will say it is a cool idea. It's not executed the greatest, but it is a cool idea that's like, oh yeah, you know, put something from hand to prison. Like, it's not the most original thing, but I get the idea because it's supposed to be more oppressive. And that's the idea of prison, is to be a mixture of control and resource bottlenecking.
Yeah,
resource. So it could have been something. But as it stands, I'm like, at least the first effect is neat.
Yeah, that's a really good name, though.
Leash Lavender, man, the alliteration was so oddly. First, Baltic is the next one. That's a cool one too.
Wait, what?
Aurora.
What is Baltic?
Baltic. Oh man, is Google gonna have to come here? Baltic color, some sort of.
Isn't it blue? Isn't it blue?
Maybe. Don't at me for this, but Baltic Avenue, like the brown property in Monopoly.
Dogs. You just got dogs.
Baltic color.
Wait.
Yes, Baltic is in fact a blue. You're right.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, oh yeah, that's an interesting. Kind of some versions seem a little more. So yeah, it burst Baltic. Okay, that also.
Wait. Why is it called Baltic? It's like, is she gonna burst into tears or something?
No, it's because she drank her blue raspberry slut, and it just.
Oh, why would you say that? That's like her nose. Her nose hitting the raspberry. Oh my god.
The only thing that burst was the brain freeze.
Oh god.
Okay, moving on. The Burst Baltic is also a grade 2 with the standard stats you would imagine. So clearly, this guy just has the grade 2s with grade 2 order. All right. Now, her skills are also 2. The first one being auto. When this unit is placed on rear, your opponent chooses a card from their hand and prison in your prison. If it was in prison, your opponent draws a card. Okay, good. That's fine. Auto on rear. At the end of the battle, it attacked or boosted. If 2 or more of your opponent's cards were imprisoned in your prison, put this unit into your soul, draw a card, and call up to 1 card with Aurora in its card name from hand to rear circle. Oh man, that's a multi.
No.
Ooh. I don't know.
I'm just gonna say
Oh, I like that.
that that is way too costless.
Ooh.
But like, okay, hold on. Hear what I have to say. I like the idea as well, but that is not executed properly. It should at least, like skill should at least cost a CP first and foremost, and you should only draw if you call.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll throw on that stuff, but still, ooh, I like this one.
First effect's fine, I guess.
Ooh, yeah, and first effect is like essentially what you'd imagine. I mean, how it's kind of like what the Battler S was like. It's like, oh yeah, paralyze. This one's like, oh, imprison a card, draw a card. So same basic idea. It's like, look, okay, I am going to be a little bit on Leash Lavender, but Burst Baltic, you know, ace the rank. I kind of like this. Like, sure, okay, yeah, the second skill probably isn't up to the D standard, which is a lesser standard, but you know,
Chill,
I dig it, bro. I dig it.
Yeah.
I'm chill. As a matter of fact, I'm Baltic.
Damn. All right, so let's go with like overall impressions. I'll go first. I think the ideas are fine. It's just that you're kind of tumbling here and there with the balancing and the cost and everything. It's too much. All right, it's too much. But like they like once balanced properly, they will support Seraph pretty nicely. But yeah, that's it. That's what it really. You just really need to work on the class and conditions. But yeah, over to you, Josh.
Cool. Yeah, that's a fair. Those are like some fair comments. I do dig the concepts here, and the multi-attack especially is exciting me. I kind of the lack of multi-attack in the Force hurt me with prison, but what I will say is, yeah, okay, the balancing thing, okay, whatever. The concept really. One thing I'm a little bit disappointed by is neither of these cards have like anything that viable. Sure, okay. The only thing aside from that is that this back row that feels. It would have been cool if they had an intercept effect, or if there was a way to recur them from the top, albeit for like a particular cost, of course, like a disc LRS. But you know, just a way to keep this order here at the top relevant, because it's presented at the top for a reason, and to prelude these down here. So I would have liked to see more, but still, I think there was a fair bit of effort put in. I'm going to commend that at least.
Yeah, you know, like, let's just say, let's go back to Burst Baltic.
Yeah.
Maybe like have it when this unit is placed on rear guard, or put on Guardian Circle. And you blah blah blah, you cost or something, and then your opponent imprisons one and you draw. So yeah, and then they draw. See, simple.
Yeah, that'd be a cool way to integrate just like that tad bit more to conscientious. But still, as things stand, you know, these are definitely far from the worst. I think there were some kind of cool concepts. Not the most original, but not the most either. You
just really need to work on balancing these cards, man. Because like, if a Bushido executive saw these, they will have a heart attack because of how almost perfect they are.
I mean, oh come on, I'm not sure if it's that bad. Like, sure, they're not quite as costly as they should be, but I mean, it's not like the difference between 1 CB and no CB is going to suddenly give someone at Bush the exec like a heart attack.
They gave him, it gave them a heart attack, not because it's broken or anything, but because it's this close to being perfect. It's this close to being perfect, but they have already accidentally released it in the market. So
cue the this close to greatness meme.
Yeah. Whatever the hell that means.
So, okay, next up, Noir Poet 97. Noir! Ah, yeah, we're back again with him. It's my favorite Link joke. I love this man. Always gives.
Wait, who's this guy?
This guy, he gave us some other like cards as well. He gave us a pretty good batch. I forget, but I'm mixing him up with another one. But man, yeah, he had some good concepts here. So I was waiting for him to post something. As a matter of fact, he almost didn't, I think. But I was telling him that this was an ongoing series, so he managed to get something down here.
Let's see it.
So, also, it's for standard, but this time Dragon Empire is going to get some love. So, just judging by the fact that the starter here, grade 0 stats, road on when second draw a card, it's called Rolling Thunder Draco Kid. So, you know what that means? We get the Narukami thing here.
No.
So,
Please. Dude, I am begging. I am just begging for this to not be a bind your opponent's rear guards type shit, because I don't want to deal with that anymore, man. Like they have been doing pretty good with the retire and shit, and like if a deck gets a bind, it's really really hard to like do, like Eva for example. But like please, if you have to do binding, please just bind your own units. I don't want to deal with binding your opponent's regards anymore. That will just create a disaster.
well, let's check out what he's got for the other ones, because for all that ranting, we're gonna have to read these regardless. Here's the thing.
Please, I'm begging you.
Next up, we've got another card, which is also a grade with power 5k and shield 5k. That's it. So this grade 0 is not a part of the ride line. Grade 0, I guess technically. So this thing has one effect, which is continuous. If this unit is bound face up by your Vanguard's effect, call to your open and continue rear circle. The rear circle this is occupying, treated as an open.
Okay.
Okay. Now then, we've got Rolling Thunder Dragon Raiden. Okay, so Raiden is a grade 1 stats you'd imagine. We've got first one, auto. And rode upon by Rolling Thunder Dragon Raigeki. First we got a Mortal Kombat reference, and now we've got a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. Very well played. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards and bind it face up. If you could not bind, draw.
No.
Oh.
I am not going back! No!
Okay. And then second skill, act on a rear circle. Cost, rest this unit and bind it face up. Countercharge. Okay, that's fair.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
fine.
Now then, grade 2 is of course Rolling Thunder Dragon Raigeki with standard stats.
Why do you say that?
Okay. Now then, first effect. Continuous on Van Circle. To ride a Dragon Kaminari from your ride deck, you may ride with bind one of your rear guards face up, or from your hand and discard it. Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
Alternative ride line. Our rear circle auto. When this unit attacks and a card was bound this turn, counterblast 1 and it gets 5k for every card bound this turn. Huh.
Okay.
That's cool. It's a nice buff. It's not for just every bound card variant, it's for bound this turn. The more you put into it. So here's the big boy, Rolling Thunder Dragon Kaminari. Grade 3 with standard stats. Continuous on Van. During your turn, all of your front row units get power plus 4k for each player's open circle. If there are a total of 20 bound cards in both players' bind zone, they also get crit plus 1. What do you say?
That sure is something.
That's gonna take a while, but hey, if you oh boy. Okay. Act on Van Circle. Cost counterblast 2. Bind the top card of your deck face up. Oh hey no. Bind rear guards equal to the rate of the bound card plus 3. Oh.
All?
Oh. Now.
All?
Oh. Wow. That's a counterblast 2, all right. Jesus. That's now this is the only. That's the only thing. There's one other thing we gotta go into. But yeah, it's Kaminari. Ooh. So Rolling Thunder Dragon Deathbolt. I love that name. Great name. Very nerd. Oh, this is technically not Narukami, but so it's another grade 3. Auto on rear circle. When placed, counterblast 1. Choose a face-up card in your bind zone and call to an open rear circle. Fair. Act in bind zone. If there are no more cards were bound this turn, soul blast 1 and call this card to rear circle. Yeah, you see, he made the Phantom Jokers, and if you'll recall the Phantom Jokers were pretty nuts. But
wait,
you remember
what the hell is the Phantom Joker?
It was the ones where they were based on bind shenanigans. It's binds, powerful, and they had that grade 4. That was just the apocalypse.
I don't remember. I think I blocked it out of my memory.
PTSD will do that. So yeah, these are the Rolling Thunder Dragon. What?
No,
What a
no! I am going back, man. I am not going back. I am fine with the retire, the simple retire stuff. But this, I ain't going back to that. All right? No, bruh. No, 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 no. No, I ain't going back to that shit. All right? No,
uh,
you're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to sit this one out. No, please, by all means, finish it. Josh, like I'd be fine if you were binding your own regards, but your opponents as well. Hell no. All right, you just you can go ahead, Josh. I ain't saying anything about this. I ain't going back. I don't want this shit in this standard. All right,
all
go
right.
ahead, please.
So no, I guess this might be another a bad cop. I don't like to put it like that. Now, of course, finding opponent's rears is like, yeah, I don't know if that was like necessarily the best way to take some. You know, it's a little bit effective a effect, but at the same, I get the. Now, just looking at these effects, one thing I want to say is I like our poet's balance. He's doing these card designs a lot more intelligently, and I'm joking. So it's funny this to say, considering there haven't been custom card seasons. Technically, we've only done like so one of those. I will say, I've seen some growth here. He has developed the ability to make good, realistic cards here. So that is really now in terms of just the individual cards and how they go in a whole. I think they're fun. There is a little bit of an interesting effect where you're binding your own rear cards, but then there's some amount of binding the cards, so you're taking and giving on both ends. So this feels very vague. Making it, it's most like vague, but it's still cool. This effect though, holy crap! This effect is crazy because one of the cool things about this effect is since it says bind rear cards equal. Not up to. So if your opponent doesn't invest a lot of rear cards in the field, but you have rear cards in the field, guess what, bud? You're gonna be finding more of yours than theirs. So you're gonna have to be careful with them. And it is a secret. So surprisingly, that one a little it's not quite as overwhelming. Now of course all of your front hitting like 4K power for players open rears. That can be a bit much. That's pretty big power lines. But then again, or allowed to like big tokens, but they don't have field. So maybe the power line is a little bit too big. Maybe it'd been better if it was like, but it's not that bad. I do like the Death Bolt. Death Bolt is a cool card that works to just give yourself a little bit more fodder out there, and it interchanges itself between. So overall, I dig these a lot. I actually like these. I'm not gonna say they're completely flawless, but I'm okay with these.
Nice Tempest Ball reference, I guess.
It is a great Tempest Bolt reference. You know, where we were just talking about Tempest Bolt like in the previous one, how like amazing you and being able to essentially field wipe and power up based on open rear circle. Very Tempest Bolt.
Oh man, this just feels so radical. And I don't mean that in a good way. Like that, like you know how Eradicators used to have the problem of only the Vanguard binds and the rearguard does nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that's the problem we have here. And like, and again, I hate the binding.
I mean, yeah, okay, sure. You can be traumatized with the binding and all that, but I think the rear guards are handled pretty well. Like, yeah, sure, you do bind something here, but only when you do. Aside from that, it's like, okay, take the neg one for counter charge. Like, that's a great one.
It's not that. It's just that it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit D series as a format if you just do blind binding like that. Like V series has always had the problem of fucking Narukami essentially being a better Kagero in everything because now they don't just retire, they bind shit as well, which bypasses a lot of like deck intricacies, and like it really like fucks with me when they don't plan it all that well, and it's just doing it so for the sake of having it. I hate it.
Well, okay, it's interesting you bring that up because I actually want to present a potential counter argument. Now, when we're looking at field removal seems to come in a balance where the stronger your field removal, the more linear your deck is, and vice versa. If your field removal is not quite as strong, then you tend to have another powerful aspect going for you. So let's just take 3 clans and put them side by side. Let's put Narukami, Kageto, and Shadow Paladin all next to each other. Now, between these 3, Narukami has the strongest field, Kageto is in the middle, and Shadow Paladin has the weak, because their retires actually allow the opponent to choose, whereas Kagero's generally does not. Now, the thing is that you would say, oh, well, Kagero is a stronger retired thing over Shadow Paladin, but the thing about it is Shadows have another going for them, that they have a lot of field call, and they have self-retires going, so there's more to that. Then you look at Kagero, and Kagero, similarly, in addition to field wipe, also tend to have a very big Vanguard focus, where they have like retending Vanguards, things like Cross and Dauntless, and stuff like that, so they have another way to play. With Narukami, sure, they do other stuff, but you can tell that they're very, very, very invested into the buying zone, right? So invested in the fact that you can't really say there's a defensible backup plan for the clan, at least not as much as the other 2. So they have the strongest field control, but they're really invested in it. That's my argument.
Wait, what's the argument?
So my argument is the stronger your field control, the more limited you are to that field control as your primary strategy. Other backup plans not being like, in other words, are more linear that way. Narukami having the bind thing, binding is their big thing. Whereas with Kagero, yeah, sure, they got retires, but they also have like the standing Vanguard and big Vanguard essential stuff going. Dauntless board. And then Shadow Paladin's like, well, their retires don't even choose a lot of the time. But then they have all the other things Shadow Paladin. Self-retires and being able to have the field spam from the deck and stuff. That's where it balances out.
But you're talking about Narukami here.
Yeah.
They have so much Vanguard options. Armor Break recently came out. The Tonic Stinger, one of the first bosses. They have Descendant. They have Gauntlet Buster. They have the fucking Vowing Sword. Vanquisher.
Yeah,
Fucking Vanquisher.
Vanquisher is a bit like, is actually like borderline on the meta tops because it has something other than binding the cards, which is self-bind for multi-attack and multi-side. That's why that one is really good.
I just listed you the other decks that does more than just binding.
Well, those are a bunch of Eradicators, though, and like the whole thing about the Eradicators is yes, they have like strong Vanguard, but then on.
I mean, Eradicators are the only one getting support right now, and like that's the only like deck there is. Like Eradicator, Vanquisher, and then we have Armor Break just sitting there and it's like fucking stupid as fuck. But like,
how dare you forget Dungaree?
Dungaree?
Yes, how dare you
what
forget
the hell
Dungaree?
What is that?
The best Narukami unit ever?
Yeah, and like that kind of counters your argument as well, because Dungaree doesn't bind a lot of the opponent's units at all, and it's barely working.
No, but that's the thing, right? Well, no, in premium, Dungaree actually took a fair bit of time. The thing about Dungaree is it sacrifices opponent field control for a gimmick of its own design, and that's the thing. Dungaree shouldn't even be in this argument because it doesn't have the field.
Yeah, but your argument is that the more the Narukami as a clan leans more into field control, and in turn they don't have a lot to fall back on. But Dungaree, a deck that doesn't focus a lot on the field control, actually is the deck that doesn't have a lot to fall on. They only have that one gimmick. But the other decks that do focus on binding the opponent's units, the opponent's regards have a lot to fall back on.
Well,
So
yeah, here's the thing about
your
Dunker.
argument is kind of a bit.
Well, no, because
It's trying to
here's how I can resolve the Dunkery thing. It's a relatively new and premium. It doesn't have a lot of development compared to the other two, so that's why it doesn't have a lot going for it.
Yeah, but then we go back to the other two, and those particular decks have a lot of binding and have a lot to fall back on. So it's kind of not working, Josh. You're making me lose faith more and more.
I don't.
It's really not working, Josh. I'm sorry.
I don't. Look, I'm just saying, because here's the thing, because if that was the case, then Narukami would just be better Kagero and like all the time, but it's not. Kagero oftentimes differentiates itself from Narukami and even more consistent meta than Narukami, so there has to be some merit to this argument. Yeah, Kagero, dude. Like, the Cross has been around for like a good while, and the Cross has been doing stuff, and then prior to that, Blade Master was doing it, but his Blade Master was very retire centric.
But in that particular time, Narukami actually doesn't have a lot to fall on. But now they have a lot of like support. Like you have to remember that was before Descendant came out. Oh, yeah. And then the crowd fall off because they just get rushed.
Okay.
Like
so, okay. I think we are nerding out about this particular topic, and this would end up being the video by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pose this as we should pose this as a question. Folk down below, folk on Reddit, folk on YouTube, all that. What do you guys think about this? Do you think the Narukami gimmick power creeps Kagero?
Yes, I do.
And
I don't
think it does, so let's just move on.
I mean, it is an actual card. It has multi-attack automatically, so...
Okay. I get it. We're on opposite sides here of this equation.
Hold on. And then we have the Guardian Kaiser Vermilion, which doesn't find a lot of the opening regards. Yeah. But it fails at doing the one thing it should do. So... Okay, we're done with this.
Yes.
We're done with this.
Okay. By the way, I just want to say... No, I got a whole miss. I had a count. But okay, so Silly Bye down here. He states, I think I've got a new Link Joker card based around Lovecraftian chaotic entity Garlist Dip or Garlith Dip. Okay. This wall of text is the card. We're gonna have to discern this. So let's read line by line. Grade 3, 18 attack. Crit 2. No boot, intercept, or twin drive. Imaginary gift dependent on your opponent's clan type. So when you face Gold Paladin, you get Excel. When you face GI, and Protect. So it's based on your opponent's clan. What? Okay, so we're already...
That's something.
Yeah, we're already just in fascinating card design. So continuous on Van. All of your rear guards attack become... Oh, hey, Glendia. And all of your units attack in and from the back row. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, those are unaffected by any of your opponent's card effects, and all cannot intercept any attack effects are nullified. No interaction. None. Okay, act on Van Circle once per turn. Counterblast 2. Exclude your rear guards, which I imagine mind, and 2 cards from your hand. This unit gets 10,000 power, crit +1, triple drop, and until end of your opponent's next turn, they would perform damage check from rear guard's attack hit. Get imaginary gifts, Counterblast or Soul Blast. All those cards get excluded instead of going to damage zone or drop zone. Where did Counterblast, Soul Blast come in? Okay, auto once per turn. At the end of your turn, exclude 3 of your opponent's imaginary gifts additional rear circles or rear guards. If you couldn't remove 3, draw 2 cards. Your opponent's Vanguard become -2. Not -2 crit, just become -2. Even when they ride a new card, and exclude 3 cards total from your hand and drop zone. They choose one of their excluded card and put it in their damage zone face down. Holy super crap. What did I just read?
Can we just skip this?
No.
Alright, you can talk about it then.
What do I even say? There's like, I feel like this man just went, like, he just dumps every card effect in Vanguard into a robot and it randomly generated a card.
That's why let's just skip this.
Okay, what is the gimmick? Is it bind? Is it mark? Is it the fact that your opponent can't interact to you at all? Is it damage?
Yes.
Is it damage? Like, it's everything. Its gimmick is everything.
Except for the restand, I guess.
Yeah, except restand. Oh my god, can you imagine this standing when it's already got the 10k power crit, triple drive, and all this other crap? Oh man.
They would prefer damage check from your guts attack hit, get him. Oh,
by the way,
you do damage.
By the way, it's better.
You do damage check for your reason. It's better Dungaree, is it? I have no idea.
Base power is 18k attack and.
Wow.
It just gets to be better Dungaree at base, even during the opponent's turn.
Wait.
Cool.
So, like, your opponent has to do damage check when their rear guards get attacked?
I think when it says your rear guards attack hit, it means that when they would perform damage checks, like, you get gift markers, and then you counterblast or soul blast to have the. So essentially, you pay one of those costs to bind them, and you get imaginary gift. But only when you're rear hit.
Man, this is a headache.
That's
a
headache. Esoteric as a mother effer. What? Like, dude, chaotic entity. Like, this thing is confusing as.
It's a headache to pronounce. It's a headache to read. It's a headache to comprehend. It's everything.
Like, damn right. It's like a headache to read.
Yeah, like Tylenol would have a fucking field day with this.
Man, gotta rev up those Advil again.
Yeah.
I would rank this a question mark out of 10. I don't know.
Make that 3 question marks.
3 question marks. Oh, and actually, they're not right side up. They're diagonal because this is just that free.
Asterisk. Asterisk.
Yeah, they're like in this weird italic font. Like it has multiple fonts, the rating. So
yeah, sorry, my G.
Sorry, silly
it got downvoted too. It got downvoted too.
There you go. Oh,
there you go.
Definitely for Nora. I actually like. So, that's it. That's it, guys.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah. Rolling.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Look at all that we have done. Shadow Witch, goes down there. Good old.
Wait, that's what it. I thought you were gonna talk about. Wait, what about Manran? Did we already read through Manran's cards?
Manran? Wait, hold up a second.
I'm pretty sure you were going to talk about Manran.
Where is he? He didn't talk about Manran. Wait, there he is. Oh,
there you go. Oh my
Manran.
God. I would cry. Dude, if we didn't, oh my god, if we had actually missed it, I would have cried, man.
Oh, dude, especially since I like this guy as well. Oh man, I feel so bad. Manran, guess what?
Oh my god.
You're not the first part of the episode. Shit. You're the last. You're gonna be the last reveal of the entire custom card season, bro. Feel proud, bro. Ooh, so he preps with, I don't know if you're still taking custom cards. We were about to not. But here am I.
There you go. Dude, if we had missed this, it would have hurt so much.
I would
Holy
have
shit.
felt like genuine remorse at I would have, because I like this
Well,
cool dude.
I also like this guy. He's really cool. Nice.
So he mentions he didn't have a lot of time to brainstorm stuff, so he gave him some overdress cards. So the core theme, Miracle Monastery Ride, based on male ballroom dancers. Yo, these are the male cards that we're looking for. We finally got males, dude, who whisk away your opponent's units into being partners in their dance. Yo.
Oh, this is some ballroom Yakuza type shit.
This is definitely lyrical stuff. Okay. So here's the main ride line. Wow. Okay, so starting off with, we actually have the green. So do you think we should go down in the order that he displayed it, or should we actually go from like 0 up to as per you? What do you think is?
0 up to 3.
0 up to 3. All right, cool. And oh wait.
Never mind. Let's just start from the green tree.
Yeah. Okay. That got debunked. Okay. So dancing. Alley. Okay. So Local Monasterio basic. Act on ban. Cost counterblast. Card a card. If this unit partner can pay the cost, your opponent's hold your that unit 15,000 all ability. Its name dance. A partner. That unit.
Whoa!
That's interesting.
Whoa!
Auto on Vance.
It has.
What's up?
Whoa! Sorry, I'm just too bewildered. Continue.
Yeah, auto on Vance Circle. When this unit attacks, hire a card with dance partner in his card name. This unit gains 1 critical and a card. Woo!
How? Yo! Okay. I don't know about drawing a card. Wait, maybe that's fine. But oh my god, my G!
That's
You knocked it. You knocked it out of the park with this one. I don't know what to draw because I feel like I want the discard to last. So like instead of a draw, maybe like a plus 10k instead. But my god, this is so perfectly balanced. That first skill is so perfectly balanced. Holy shit!
Yeah, like the fact that you are essentially snatching, but it's just like a basic meter that's a vanilla. Like that's totally fine. And because you're calling it your circle, that's taking a slot that would have regard. Like that's fine. Yeah.
And then it has a discard cost to accommodate for that as well. Wow. Wow. In love.
And it's cool because it's like you would think, oh, the draw like gets rid of the discard cost, but we have to recall that we're getting rid of our dance partner to do that.
Yeah. Although I still think it should says power and crit because I want the discard to last.
And
but
you just have a hate boner for draws. But
no, it's just a D series standard thing. You wouldn't understand.
Hey,
you wouldn't understand.
It's a D series thing, an overdress thing.
It's an overdress thing. You wouldn't get it, mom. Well, yeah, I just want the discard to last because it feels kind of inconsequential, and a power boost would have made more sense because you're getting the crit. You obviously want power to go with that as well, right? Because then your opponent can just say 50k shield.
Yeah. I mean, hell, you could also have said like critical +1, and then you could have paired then counterblast 1. Get drive +1. You have to get a C.
Only if you persona right this turn, I guess.
Jesus. With persona right, take it or leave it.
Yeah, if you persona right, it gets a drive +1 and another thing. Yeah.
Why are we like haggling with each other over like man's card? This thing is so good, like regardless of like.
Yeah, it's so good.
Wow.
It's just the draw effect. It's just a draw effect that bugs me. But whatever, it doesn't matter.
So the grade 2 is dancing for with Interstep auto. When placed on power, dance partner. At the end of the turn, all that unit to your opponent's rear. And it has a continue. Go from van or rear. This unit partnered are +3. 20 that you're van.
Oh my god! I was wondering about that. Holy shit! Oh,
Interesting.
that's amazing. That's amazing.
Just give it back. That's pretty cool. Now, if you want to be petty, you can, I'd assume, call over your dance partner. You can call over your dance partner to make this a permanent neg for the unit, but still, I think it's fun.
I'm confused. Like, how are you going to partner? Like, if it's on Vanguard, how are you going to partner that thing with that? Huh? I kind of don't get it because this works like Legion, right? You have to partner it specifically, right?
Well, I think partnered is like a status rather than anything. So like those two mutually have a status.
Yeah,
but I don't think they're on the same circle. I think they're on the one's on the rear circle.
Yeah, but it says if this unit is partnered. If you are partnered, as in the player, then there wouldn't be a problem here. But obviously there is. So how is that Vanguard gonna get partnered? Or oh no, I'm so confused.
I don't. We just accept it. We accept the logical thing of it, which is if the partner is there on the field, it is partnered. Just leave it at that.
Bro.
And it does say the moment it's removed from the field, it's no longer partnered. So call over, it's not partnered. You murdered your partner and cheated on her with a new partner.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Okay, anyway, so we got Rising Dance Crowley. So more cool stuff here. So Rising Dance, grade 1 with snare stats, auto. On Van, when this unit is rolled upon by dancing from the stars Bentley, which I'm just going to assume Crowley. Yes, there's no Bentley. So he meant Crowley. That was just it. Cost Soul Blast 1. Search your deck for any grade 1 or lower unit. Call it to your rear. That unit becomes grade 1 with 8k power and loot. Its name becomes Dance Partner in addition. And you know, it's now partnered, yada yada. But at the end of your turn, return that unit to your hand. Ooh.
Yeah. It says this unit is now partnered with that unit. So there has to be like a third party skill that makes two units partnered with one another.
Interesting. So yeah, and at the end of the turn, it could be a trigger. Good trigger then. I guess yeah. It, okay, that's true. And other skill. Act on rear circle. Soul Blast 1. Fire this. All of your partner units. Dance partner and name get +2k power. Oh, okay. That's probably not worth, but it's there. Huh. Any more impressions on this one? I think it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. Is there more support cards that we should be aware of?
All right. Yeah.
So
the grade 0, obvious stuff. But now he literally actually lists support cards down here. So that's cool. You read your mind, bro. So let's start with May I Have This Dance? Great. The grade 2. Play this card with last one. Hire a dance part. Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
Choose one of your opponent's front row units. Call to your rear circle. Comes dance and retire the. So keep in mind.
What's the point?
What's up?
That unit becomes. Oh, so this is how the grade 2 is. Okay, cool.
It's.
Alright.
That's trippy. That is.
So I guess your main target is gonna be the grade 1. The dance partner grade 1.
Yeah, that would be probably your best bet at that. It is a wow. I mean I got no comments. Ironically, kind of what you would expect at this point.
It's cool. I like this a lot.
May I catch? It's a grade 3 blitz order. Oh, that's a cool. Yeah, that's got swag factor. Play this card with counterblast one, blast one, and retire a unit. Choose one of your opponent's attacking.
Wait, you can retire your Vanguard for this?
You can retire a Vanguard.
No! Just, you got so much to
roll to
live.
leave. This is how you get rid of Loner Roll.
Oh my god!
Play this card with Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1 to retire a unit. Okay, so assuming you don't retire your Vanguard and not be a silly person, and go ahead and like bring out a partner. Choose one of your opponent's attacking rear cards and call to your rear circle, and you partner it. At the end of the turn, retire the unit called by this effect. It's Denial Griffin. Ooh.
Oh shit, bro. Okay, that's not nice.
Oh wow.
Bro, I would have. My god, my guy, you have to chill. Okay, bro, you have to chill. I would have at least do it as in like choose a non-attacking and move it to your guardian circle as a guardian. My guy, you have to chill.
Yeah. Also, can I just say, as I'm noticing these things, like there are things that are like becoming that they're like, for instance, this like retire unit. Oh boy, you know, it's like technically a 1-for-1, but it's an interruption of an attack. Like that's pretty strong. Man. That's pretty strong. Denial Griffin in standard, which basically does not like it. Aside from like Fasado, doesn't really have a lick of this. That's trippy. I dig the swag factor. It may be a little bit too powerful for the format, but I think that's if you wanted to introduce like a big money card in a big way, that would be you're doing it, boy.
You need to chill, my guy.
Fair. At least they think it gets partnered and can't intercept. Going for refreshments, Altair. This. So it's a grade 2. When auto on rear, when your Vanguard attacks, noting that this is not a dance partner. When your Vanguard attacks, if it is partner, put this unit into your soul. Choose one of your units with dance partner in its name and stand it.
Oh wow, I didn't expect that.
Wait. One of your units?
So you remember they changed the name. They changed the unit to take into dance partner. See, its name becomes dance partner. So
Gotcha.
It's fine.
Cool. Yeah. For I brain farted and thought that Vanguard. But no.
Oh yeah. Okay. But like this is me. I probably would put a CB cost or something. Chill. Or something, alright. But like other than that, wow, that is very D series standard philosophy because it only stands when your Vanguard attacks. Good job, man, Ren. You knocked it out of the park with that one. See, that's how you do D series card standard design. That's really cool.
It's not an easy bar to appease Salt Rider, so you're doing something right here, man.
Yeah. That's pretty nice, man.
It is cool though. I appreciate. Oh yeah, but it feels good because like you're standing a dance partner, which is not some big monstrosity thing. It's good with the gimmick, and you're putting this thing in the soul, which is a neg 1. That is a neg 1, but because your opponent's taking neg, well, you're kind of aim with your opponent, but you're getting one last stand for. Yeah, it's a powerful card.
You should have a CB console.
Yeah, fair enough. Or get Soul Blast 2.
I could do without it.
Training Footwork Jonah. It's a grade 1. So probably the grade 1 you want to pulling off the act on Counterblast 1. Call a card from your that it becomes the dance partner, and at the end of the turn, all this effect. Oh, so you're converting card for your hand for quest into a dance partner on the field. So that means it gets benefits. It also means exit had it's not there. Oh wow, the fact that he put a counterblast for this. Interesting. That's probably
that should actually be an on please, not an act. Because damn, that is good.
that's freaking.
It's so much awesome.
Huh.
But yeah, that is pretty damn good. Wow.
And it's snazzy. Now you're producing a partner, but partner is not like some oddly, just like fair going, you know.
Dude, these cards. Oh man, Ryan, I love you.
This is a
Mwah.
this is a slam
Like
dunk.
the conditions are perfect. Like maybe like I guess if I have one bone to pick with, it's just the cost. Then whatever.
I mean,
Amazing.
no cost is going to be
Amazing
perfect when you're one of the. But like even then, the costs aren't like that bad. But it's like everything about the conditions, the names, you know, the gimmick, you know, it's so well done. It's original, and it's balanced, and it's fresh, and it looks fun to play.
It's very D series like, and that's one of the things I appreciate about this.
Yeah, and the fact that he made this like a lyrical monasterio thing is a good touch because like lyrical especially tend to have like these. So this is very apropos. On top of the fact that it's male ballroom, that's an aesthetic that is pretty original, and I've been waiting for. Yeah, supposedly it's not all female
Wouldn't that just
like
be-
nation. Supposedly,
Wouldn't that just be a ballerino?
I suppose so. I mean, I was imagining like Joker from Persona 5 or what's his name from Sailor Moon, like Mask Rose or whatever, the guy who basically pops in
The black mask.
something. Wait, what's up?
The guy with the black mask.
Yeah, in the Sailor Moons, you know, he like the guy who literally all he does is says a couple lines, throws a rose at something, and then just fight like he's supposed to be like pretty cool, but all he does is just flex with a.
And I'm pretty sure this is the guy that's like the main inspiration for duos because he has a black side and a white side.
Lamau.
No, like he has a black suit and a white suit.
Okay. I mean, I'm not sure if we would go so far as to say inspiration for duo. I mean, I feel like duo.
No, you know I'm joking with that.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I see her. I see. Man, probably gonna just say it straight out. Manran's cards here are pretty weirdly in top 5 of the custom cards. From they're mashing, bro. Wicked good. Really like this. This took some. He says he didn't have a lot of time to brainstorm. So I get why he made these a while back, because he took some time, dude. They had to have taken some time. I mean, got any other comments for this?
They're amazing. You're so good, my guy.
Freaking phenomenal.
You're so good at this.
They're amazing. Stupendous work, man. Really well. Top marks. Really like. Okay. That's it. Now this is a banger. This is a banger to end it off on in terms of like this season of custom cards. A lot of solid stuff, but oh my god, there's the creativity some folk had with the custom cards through the roof. Insane. Could not anticipate some of the things that were going through people's minds. Well, what are your overall impressions of like this season?
You guys are getting good at this. You guys, sorry, you guys are getting better at this. Amazing cards overall. I'm so happy with what you guys came up with. It's so nice. They're so nice. Like I know I criticize you guys a bit too much at times, but the concepts were overall fantastic. They're
Yeah.
amazing. I really like what you guys came up with. Thank you so much with for allowing us to be able to make this video.
Totally. This video series, this is something that I love so much because it is one of the ways in which they get created together on, and it's nice because when it comes to custom cards, there's a lot of passion out here, a lot of outspoken folk, and you just get to see the joy of Vanguard doing this. And and also, who doesn't love just able to look at all the creators? It's I mean, it didn't put a tear to my eye, but it could. It's
Whoa, okay, that's whoa. All right, no, chill, chill with that, my guy.
I just like it a lot, you know. It's like you see all these other kinds of content, but this one you really get to just interact. It's amazing, so cool.
It's nice.
And although
Yeah.
there were some stuff that were more just out there, kind of flops, that's just us like fairs and things. Not all custom cards being created equal, but I do notice with like Ninja Artist, War Poet, Man Ran, there's and Nikones as well. There's development. Have the folk who come back and make, or Viper Cobra. He didn't improve that much in his balance from design, but I do like his cards regardless. But there's just you can see the progression. So there's sort of something to be said about this coming that goes on for potentially a few years from now. It only pop up once every few years, I'd imagine. Try to space out. Folk have got their creative brain juice, but also new sets come out, new cards get revealed. And then from there, folk will get right back to the grinding board about what has yet to be released, or perhaps even ideas, unique concepts that have yet to be made. So, yeah, whenever these things pop around, it's going to be a genuine fight. Perhaps even the channel staple being real. A lot of my other channel content, things like tier list, card review, like those I'll find and dandy, but other folks do this. But it feels like custom cards are something that not like any other Vanguard YouTube does. No? So yeah, this is probably gonna hold a special place in my heart. Really well done, fella. And you know, with that, I want to of course bring up that at some point here we're going to be taking all of these lovely cards, maybe not testing all of them, but we're going to use some of these cards, ones that we really like, and we're going to play test against them. We're gonna use these in the field of combat. Because come on, bro. You see all these cards? Let's let them have a chance to fight.
Yeah. But not for next video though. We have to take a break, man.
Yeah, we for as much as I love this, as much as we both love this, I mean, Assault Rider is a custom card fanatic, especially even me, man. But we should be getting on to some stuff like maybe a fight night, maybe a couple other videos in between, you know, just like diversify the content. But then we'll be right back to getting some custom card battles, probably invite some other members of the team. Not just me, Assault Rider doing it all the time. And yeah, that'll be a really good time. For those of you who are gone, you had something to comment?
Content segregation is not good.
Wow, okay. I don't want to hear the word segregation ever, but you make a point.
It's okay. I'm a minority. I am allowed to say it.
Come
even
on,
though I'm from Asia, where not minority.
Okay. That aside, one thing potentially to comment down below, or just let us know wherever. I mean, heck, even if it's Reddit, or heck, even if you DM me, because it feels like people just are able to just DM me on damn please, but F it publicity. Let me know if you want the custom card battle to be a corporate live stream like last time, because that live stream wasn't necessarily the most popping, but it was. Give us down below that. All right, I'd say we fulfilled it. This is it, man. The ends. So with that, if you do have any other comments, just in general on Moss, any suggestions, criticisms, what have you, comment on that below as well. And of course, subscribe, turn on the notification bell if you do enjoy this video and Vanguard content from the channel. Take care. God bless.
See you next time.